When Vine entered the room from Jungkook, she slammed the door and locked herself inside. She sat on the floor, bringing her knees against her chest, wrapping her arms around them. Her eyes swelled with tears as she was scared by how Jungkook had changed from being a lover boy. She felt tears welling up as she recalled how much she loved him and how he once loved her truly. But now, tears streamed down her face as she realized he had changed. She was breaking down, shattered by the realization that he had shattered her hopes of being different from the beginning. Leaning her head against the door, she recalled her past with him once again. Flashback. It was the rainy season, and the rain was pouring heavily. A couple of lovebirds were running, hiding their heads under his shirt as he held it like an umbrella over both of them. When they saw a tree, they both reached for it, getting wet in the rain. She leaned against the tree, moving closer to it, her back touching the tree to get more not wet from the rain. Then Jungkook looked at her, and she looked back at him, and he pinned her to the tree, making her eyes widen. He tilted his head and she smiled nervously, wondering why he was staring at her like that. She looked even more beautiful to him in wet clothes, so sexy in one word. Suddenly, a thunderclap sounded far away, louder than before. She hugged him, shutting her eyes. Saying she was scared, he hugged her back, rubbing his thumb on her shoulder to make her feel calm down. It's okay, Vine. Calm down. He looked at her nervously. After a few seconds, she broke the hug and made eye contact, finding him already looking at her. Then she herself leaned in, kissed him, causing a heated kiss in the rain. They both forgot where they were as they melted into each other, kissing passionately and smoothly in comfort. Few minutes later, Jungkook, I have to go back to my village tomorrow. Why? Did your dad call you for some work purpose? Your exams are coming up next week too. He said some minor work. Don't worry, I'll finish it quickly and come back. I'll drop you off then. No, don't. If my dad finds out about our love affair, he will stop my studies and force me to marry someone else instead of letting me be with you. Especially since you come from a mafia family. Stop it, Ryan. I'm not a mafia member. It's my dad who is in the mafia. I don't like this profession either. Sorry, don't I know that? You want to live a normal life like us, and that's why you are trying to become a captain. But my dad will reject our love. It will take some time to convince him. When you get a job, then I'll let him know about us. He smiled. 1 week later. For a week, Vine and Jungkook couldn't communicate because Vine had no phone signal in the village, and Jungkook couldn't visit due to Vine's death. Now that she is back in the city, she is planning to surprise Jungkook in person. The rain was pouring heavily, and she was completely drenched as she had walked here. She rang the doorbell non-stop, but Jungkook didn't open the door. Tired of waiting, she decided not to wait anymore and opened the door, going inside. When she entered, she saw a person with their back facing home, talking on the call coldly. From the back view, she confirmed it was Jungkook. Jungkook, I'm back! She screamed and ran to him. When he suddenly turned towards her, she excitedly smashed her lips to his, catching him off guard. She broke the kiss cup in his face, looking into his eyes, talking non-stop happily while he remained silent, not uttering a word. I missed you so much, Jungkook. I'm sorry for not coming back. She stopped when she was confused by his appearance. His eyes were black instead of brown. He had a lip green and tattoos on his arms, long hair instead of short. Jungkook, how did you change this much? She said, confused but covered her mouth, suspecting something. Are you really Jungkook? He pulled her waist and smashed his lips against her, making her speechless. He kissed her roughly to make her believe he was her boyfriend, but since it was too rough, she broke the kiss, taking heavy breaths as she looked at him. Hold on, Jungkook, why are you so rough, huh? I won't be midway away from you again. She said, breathing heavy and placing her hands on her hips. She wanted to say more, but he wasn't hearing anything, as his eyes were stuck on her beauty, as if he had never seen her before. She stopped when her phone started ringing in her bag. Taking the phone from her bag, she bit her tongue and looked at him again, not answering the call. Jungkook, I need to go urgently. My friend is waiting for me. No, don't go. Hey, it's urgent, okay? I need to prepare for exams. I'll call you when I get there. Saying this, she left him alone as he looked at her back, unable to take his eyes off her wet body, which was visible to him in curves, making him speechless.